Hello, and welcome to another episode of I Guess You Shouldn't Smoke Cigarettes and Not Eat. I'm your host, Kaylee Carpenter.
And I'm Mandy Cow.
And we are back again to talk about episode 15, The Cave of the Wolf or something stupid.
Yeah, something Logan says later on, but cool. Cave of the Wolf.
Oh, that makes more sense. I missed that. He says things. I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah, it took me 3 times going through to finally catch that one.
Cool. Two was not enough for me. I'm glad. Okay, so Amanda just came to Emerald. Tori is now in Ruby. So Nelson is like hugging her and says he's gonna miss her. I don't know why he's nice to her now.
Yeah, it's like, Nelson, you were just an asshole 5 seconds ago. Can you have any consistency? No.
No, yeah. I mean, it's like her side too, because she was like, last episode after their nomination, she was like, I only have Nelson to count on. I was like, really? Okay, so Amanda's telling Emmanuel that he better be nice to her. They're on the same team. And she's like, these motherfuckers got to learn to work with me or we're going to lose. You know, classic Amanda.
And Emmanuel's pretty much just like, well, if you take the mission seriously and don't pretend you're on the Titanic, maybe.
Yeah, we'll be good. If you try. If you do something. Other than talk shit.
Although she is excellent at talking shit, so also keep doing that.
Yeah, it is. I mean, if she wasn't on this season, it would be so boring.
Yeah, I mean, she did something that actually made this interesting. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so shout out.
Yes, thank you.
The next post is going to be an Amanda appreciation post on the gram.
Hell yeah. Oh, speaking of the gram, do you want to plug that?
Oh yeah, I do.
Plug that Instagram.
All right. So it is shouldn't smoke cigarettes, not eat. Because that name is too long.
Not eat.
You know, it rolls off the tongue. Shouldn't smoke cigarettes, not eat. I love her name, but it is long. This week we made fun of Devin because we missed last season Devin a lot. And
so lame.
So lame. And he's like, he's not good enough to be this lame as well. Like, he's not Bananas. He's not Wes.
He's not like Fessy, you know, where at least like Fessy is like lame in his personality, but is at least a good competitor.
Yeah, like Devin, we need more one-liners. We need you to be more entertaining and stop being so serious in your talking head. Like,
so like, stop saying the word selfish. Like, you guys are playing a game to win $1 million. Stop.
Everyone is selfish.
The whole point is to be selfish. Like, that's your job, is to win a game. So you can't just like help everyone all the time. You have to do what's best for yourself. That's the whole point. Yeah,
and he would do the same. Like, I can't wait to talk about that. But he does have an OnlyFans that I obviously will be checking out. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I tagged him. I was hoping I'd get a response, but he definitely does not care. Oh well. I think I like drunkenly replied to one of his stories on Instagram too, because someone like finally captured just the moment of him narrating Nelson.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I said, but I said something.
I love that.
I know, it's the best part. We need more of that, Devin. More of that. Devin and Josh and Casey talk outside, and they're just like checking in, boring, making sure their alliance is good. And after losing Tori,
did you like get their comparison that they tried to do with Tori and Amanda? The chef versus dishwasher comparison?
Oh yeah, that was weird. I didn't even get it.
They're like, there's too many chefs. Tori was a chef. We now have a dishwasher. Dishwashers are good. I was like, what the fuck are they saying?
I just think they're really going off this like Tori was really strong and Amanda is really smart, and apparently we need another smart person. Devin's not enough.
Apparently there's just like they need a couple of dishwashers. I don't
Yeah, I didn't get it, so I didn't even write it down because it annoyed me. A really strong dishwasher. Industrial strength here. Cool.
Real
You
strength.
still got fucking Josh. What's Josh? Like the plunger? Like
Josh is the busboy.
That's scary. Probably wouldn't even do a good job at that.
We can put him out as the hostess.
Yeah, hostess, not host.
Yep, he's a hostess.
He's
He's a host. Hostess.
Yeah, so like Devin's talking about how he has a great relationship with Tori outside of the game, so he's like not worried that she's on a different team. And Casey's like, we gotta welcome Amanda because we're still like need to win this final. Like boring basic stuff. Obviously, you should be welcoming Amanda like to make your team work.
Yeah,
Make the best of it. As Tori is doing as well.
What are they supposed to do? Be like, no, fuck you. We're gonna lose with you on this team.
Yeah. And then Tori's gonna be like, oh, fuck myself. I'm just gonna throw everything on Ruby. That makes sense. That'll win you the money. So then they all sit with Tori and she's dressed in all red. And
Including
she like
a red cape.
Yeah, she's a superhero or something. She like throws off her sunglasses very dramatically. And trying to give the team a pep talk. She feels like she's Dorothy and she was in Emerald City and now she has ruby slippers. Boo boo. Pretty good comparison.
It was all right. I don't know that it completely connected, but she did hit on some buzzwords and it was all right. It was better than the dishwasher versus chef comparison, I will say that. So Ruby's winning at something.
It was good.
But I mean, they did all paint their thumbnails, so does that mean a win for Ruby? I guess we'll have to find out.
We'll have to find out. And she says they have like just as many people as Emerald that have been to the final, more than Sapphire. Obviously, Sapphire has 3 people. So, go Ruby. I believe in Ruby.
Somebody has to.
Somebody has to. And next we have Josh and Amanda talking, and Amanda's so happy she's on Emerald because it's green like money. And then Josh wants her to work out with him and run with him every day, and she's like, no.
I just wrote down that I really hate when Josh calls Amanda Mandy. It's triggering for me. And it really fucking bothers me. So please, we can stick. Well, he calls her Amanda in the like talking heads. So why is he always like Mandy?
Yeah, I feel like someone else did it too. It's very random and out there. I'm like, who's Mandy?
Yeah, I've never heard her called Mandy before. I'm literally watching like the first season that she's on right now. Nobody's calling her Mandy. She's never been called Mandy before in her life. Let's stop calling her that. Her name is Amanda.
I think Josh is just trying to do that. I don't know why.
I love how he was like, Amanda, very good at puzzles and math.
Things I am not good at. I just like how she's really good with puzzles and math. Like, oh, I just hear his voice is burned in my brain.
That's exactly how he sounds, though.
I know. We're just gonna come together and make the best of this situation. I don't even know what the fuck he says.
I'm personally just a very loyal person, and
until I immediately turn around and talk shit and stab you in the back.
He literally, whenever he talks, he's like saying the opposite of what he's doing, and is there any awareness? I don't think so.
No. So yeah, Amanda's like, I promise they're going to be thankful for me in the future. The final has checkpoints too. They're all puzzles usually, so she has a point. Tori doesn't have that, blah, blah, blah. Emmanuel talks about being the only rookie left, and he hasn't been in elimination, and, he wants to win for his family. Per usual. Yeah. Man, my notes are really boring.
Yeah, I mean, I just went back to the Josh and Amanda conversation, though, and I just put, stop saying infiltrated. All I really have about that is just, they just keep saying fucking infiltrated. I infiltrated Tori. I was infiltrated by Amanda. Tori was infiltrated. Like, just stop saying the word fucking infiltrated. I'm so sick of that word.
You never said that word before this season. Yeah. Before they were teams.
Like, infiltrated is not a word. It's not a fucking spy word either. Like, there aren't spies going around being like, oh, we infiltrated the government. Nobody
Russia.
fucking says that.
Yes, Tom Cruise here. Does he say it?
Yeah, it's Tom Cruise being like, we're about to infiltrate. Nobody says it. And you don't infiltrate another human being. It's an organization. Okay, but that's here nor there. We can
trigger word for me. We'll remove it from my notes. That's good. Yeah, so Tori and CT are talking. Do you think this scene is set up by producers? They seem like they're walking with purpose. Oh,
well, are we gonna skip over the slow-mo workout scenes?
Yeah, I can't do it. Because they do a slow motion of Josh running.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was like. A Josh build-up, cool producing.
This is the best I've ever seen him. I think Josh is gonna be hard to beat.
Also, like, if Josh is running 30 laps every morning, why does his form still suck? I think that's the question we should all be asking.
Yeah, he's got a weird body. I mean, he's just a big dude.
He does that weird, like, he doesn't move his arms fully. He just flaps his arms out, and it's like, just pump your arms like a normal runner. I don't understand.
Yeah, so he's not even running right. And also, like, running is not enough for a final or an elimination or a challenge.
30 laps every morning. The best shape of my life.
I did hear from the pod that he runs around with a medicine ball.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Or the after show. I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, the after show when he's like, I was running with the medicine ball. And then he kept running. Kyle was like, he kept running after I stopped. That's when I knew I was going to be in trouble. Some shit like that.
No, you didn't. Shut up, Kyle. Don't be nice to Josh.
I know. I hate how nice everyone is to him. Just make fun of him. He sucks.
I know. I think Josh is getting a lot of hate from viewers like us, like, all the time. And
like, viewers like us.
Josh gets a lot of hate online, so I think they're trying to change his narrative on the show and show how much everyone loves him in the house, and then they do it on social media too, which is really annoying because I don't care. Like,
it just seems like too much, because his personality is very much one that you'd make fun of. Like, if someone was just constantly sobbing at everything and talks the way he does, like, any other situation, people would just make fun of that, and that's fine. You just go with that. And then he makes fun of whoever's making fun of him, and that is what it is.
Right. I 100% agree. It's very weird.
I'm just coddling him, and it's annoying.
And, like, don't they get mad because he talks a lot of shit and he's a dumbass with his gameplay? So when they actually watch the season, like, aren't they annoyed about that?
Yeah. And how Tori was right that he, like, totally did throw her under the bus.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I can't.
Although Amanda did set that up, which brilliant. But, like, Josh said it. Come on.
Yeah, Josh ended up saying it and just set himself up over and over again. It was great. Okay, so yeah, now we have Tori and CT talking. Do you think this is a produced scene?
Where they're walking up a hill and a camera's following them?
Yes. It seems so genuine to me.
Do I think there's a couple of producers behind that camera that just told them what to talk about? Possibly.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So they're talking and she just wants to make the best of it. Now she's on Ruby. She, like, has figured out that she needs to protect the guys on her team in order to win a final, so they need to win a challenge. And CT's like, wow, should I help Ruby out? Should Ruby win a challenge? Like, kind of shadily. And his team will be safe either way because they only have 3 members, so why not gang up on Emerald? So it's pretty good gameplay on CT's part.
Yeah, but I'm pretty certain, didn't CT suggest it in their little walkabout?
Mm-hmm.
And Tori gets blamed for everything.
Oh yeah. He just does it just right, and you, like, almost don't hear him do it.
CT's low-key one of the most manipulative people ever to play the show, I feel like.
And everyone loves him, so he just gets away with it.
Yeah, because, I mean, he's literally convinced Emmy to throw herself in multiple times to be on his team. And he has not seen an elimination, but
It's insane.
he's convinced people to go into elimination to get on his team.
Yeah, there's so many people that have not seen elimination. Like, I need more people down there. It's really annoying.
I hope they like stop the team stuff. I wanted them to go back into like pairs or individual or something because I'm over teams.
I know, we were so excited about teams, and now it's just like, infiltrate this, infiltrate that, and we call it cells as well. They're not teams, they're cells. What does that mean? Why is that? Why? Is that something spyish I should know about?
Apparently, I think maybe on like the show Alias back in the early 2000s, they were called spy cells. So maybe that's where it's coming from.
Good little shout out. Come at us if you watch Alien. What was that show?
It was big for me in high school, all right?
Oh, no. Okay, so challenge day. Doom, doom, doom. Very dramatic, per usual. And the challenge is called Boom Raiders.
So are we still on the theme of spies?
I think so. There's bombs.
Boom Raiders spies. Okay.
That's true. Spies are raiders. Raiders are spies.
That's what MTV says.
Okay. Yeah. We obviously learn everything from MTV.
It's better than a Facebook meme.
Oh, yeah.
Be real. All right, and back to the challenge.
Okay, Boom Raiders. So there are 3 bunkers for each cell/team, whatever you prefer. We don't force you to be a team. We don't force you to be a cell here.
We're open to all options.
Whatever you want to call yourself. That means a group, multiple people. That's great.
Yeah, do you?
So they're connected by 3 trenches, kind of like a wishbone thing.
Okay.
Is that a wishbone?
Yeah. A trench wishbone for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so inside each bunker, there are 10 sticks of dynamite connected to a detonator that is wired to the opponent's bunkers. So one member of each team will go through the trench and try and grab the other team's sticks of dynamites. First team to get 20 dynamite wins. And I didn't realize this the first time I was watching it, but it's like what girls go and then guys go. They each have a minute to try and get as much as they can, and then when they bring a dynamite back, they switch. Emmy's the only girl, so she just has to keep running.
Yeah. Mr. TJ, how am I going to fight against 5 girls? And said, that's your problem.
Oh, well, that's your problem. That's great. He's like, I know. She's like, I know it is my problem. She's very happy about it. And I liked when TJ was saying something about the bunkers, and Kyle's like, I was born in the bunker. Why does everyone hate Kyle? He's so great. Like, yeah, he's a little weasel, but he's hilarious.
I know. Like, if you were in that house and Kyle like wasn't there anymore, wouldn't you hate that?
Yeah, Kyle.
It would be so boring.
It would be so boring because Devin's boring. Or that's the narrative we're getting anyway.
He talks about loyalty a lot. He's like Josh 2.0. Fucking
because they're friends now.
Yeah, see, that's probably the issue. Josh rubbed off on Devin. It should have been Devin rubbed off on Josh. That would have been more entertaining.
That's not possible. Josh lives in Josh world. I wish. So yeah, like we obviously get their little team talks before the challenge, and Tori's fired up for her new team, and Kyle's like, this game was built for us. I don't know why he says that.
First of all, I love that you call them team talks. That's perfect. Little team talks before the mission.
They're stupid.
They really are. I mean, essentially, Sapphire's working with Ruby, and Emerald, Emmanuel is just acting adorable.
I know. We love it. So they start, and then they do like this weird editing with like Big T explaining the rules again as like a newscaster. Like, thanks for all the high asses out there that needed Big T to like ring them in.
They're like, in case you guys didn't understand, here's a very nice British accent for you to listen to.
Yeah, with that like breaking news background.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. I'm not gonna try and do it. Okay, so Ruby and Sapphire are tied for the lead in the beginning, and then Kyle becomes Kyle and realizes that Sapphire is winning and goes for Sapphire's dynamite, and Logan's like tattletaling on him to CT.
Yeah. CT, hey.
Man, such a flip with Logan this season.
I know, as soon as I found out that he was like friends with Josh and then was just being a little fuckboy to Big T, I'm just like, ew.
Ew, yeah. And now he's being CT's little bitch. Like, ugh. So Kyle acts like they didn't know and it was miscommunication. I mean, obviously he knew, right? Like, there's no.
Yeah, he says in the after show that there was some like a mix up when it was him and Nelson. But then Tori was like, but we agreed you were all going to listen to me before you left. And he goes, yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, he's still trying to like say some bullshit, like Kyle, but I think he knew all along what he was doing.
Oh, for sure. So he's just like, I didn't know. And CT is so mad. CT is like, this is what they do. The truce is off. And then, I mean, there's no going back for Ruby. And Nelson keeps saying they can't follow simple instructions, and it made me crazy.
I know, that's what I like in his talking head. I'm just like, really, Nelson of all people is talking about following simple instructions. And also, apparently the reason that Kyle was all mixed up is because Nelson told him something that wasn't true. And nobody, like, and it was just between Kyle and Nelson, and both Kyle and Nelson are saying like they didn't like opposite things. And people are like, well, neither of these people are trustworthy, so we don't know what actually was said.
Okay, cool. So this is when Devin starts getting pissed that Tori keeps going after Emerald, since that's her alliance. Like, she's going after the person that she's boning, and her best friends, Devin, Josh, Nani, Casey, blah, blah, blah. And so they're like yelling. Tori's like, so Devin's butthurt about that. And then Tori's trying to plead her case that it was an accident to CT, and CT's over it. Josh is screaming like, way to cut a deal. And then Tori loses it. And she's like so pissed about the trade, and she's like, I just gotta do what I gotta do. I mean, she really loses it. And Nani's like, it's not even a girl's day. Like, why are you screaming so much?
Yes. I love Nani. But also, like, Devin's being so annoying because he just kept saying, uncool Tori. And it's just like, Devin, stop being a little manipulative bitch. Like, shut up.
Yeah, what is she supposed to do in this situation? She's gonna try and win. That's what Tori does.
Yeah, and in like the big picture of things, like Tori's thinking about running a final. Like, she can't lose one of those guys. She needs those two to be able to run a final. If she loses one of them, then it's going to be difficult for her to win that money. So yeah, she should be selfish, Devin. She should try to save people on her team because that's her situation now.
Yeah. Obviously, it's just, I don't know why he gets so mad. Like, it's a challenge. Like, that's different than outside the house. Like, you're in the challenge, just try to win. He's just taking everything so personally.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Weird. Also, like, be competitive.
Yeah, he's just being insane. Like, it's like, also, you guys have like the biggest team. It like, stop worrying about it and just try to like work harder. Like, stop being annoying.
And no one's gonna go after you, Devin.
Yeah, like, and Devin's in the safest position of anyone in this house.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. But like, low-key loved everyone screaming at each other.
Yeah, I did too. Oh, Josh made me so mad though.
Yeah, when like Kyle and Josh started like, he was, come on now, come on,
Yeah, let's go, motherfucker. And then Tori was like yelling like, you dropped me, like you picked me, like Josh let me go. And he's like, no, I didn't.
And Josh is like, I didn't say that, but okay, let's go. And it's like, Josh, yes, you did. You was there, and Amanda's just laughing.
I know. It's so good.
Loved it. I loved every second of it. But I wish like Josh and Kyle could have just got into a fight because Josh like outweighs Kyle. So like when they're gonna run at each other, that's not gonna work out for Kyle. But I feel like Kyle could probably kick Josh's ass.
Yeah, and like also this creates Josh and Kyle running at each other, and then CT kind of just like jumps over them. Like
yeah, and then when Logan gets into it though, like Logan helps Josh,
Logan.
and like Logan hits Kyle first, so Josh can get a bigger hit on Kyle. And I'm like, Logan, you little punk.
Such a bitch.
Yeah, just let them handle it themselves. Like, don't get in the middle of it. Like, do what CT does. Like, just jump over them.
So weird. Why does he do that? I don't understand Logan's game anymore.
Well, him and Josh are brothers.
Oh right, I forgot again. Yeah, so Casey loves this. She's was a pro football player or something.
Yeah. For like 8 years. So fuck yeah.
Yeah, she runs over Tori. Like Tori goes down. It is amazing.
She hits Tori so fucking hard, which Tori's good at physical stuff.
Yeah.
And the thing is like Casey Casey didn't even go like super low. She didn't even like surprise Tori. That was just like pure strength on Casey, which is fucking insane.
She's so strong. We forget that.
Yeah, I fucking love Nadi celebrating in the background too.
Oh man, I didn't see that. That's amazing.
Nadi was so proud. Nadi was like,
yeah. Yeah, so like Amanda's like, when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes about like Tori getting run over. And then Emmy is able to get the last 2 pieces of dynamite that Sapphire needs and sets off the bomb. And of course, CT, so proud, uncle. And then we just have shots of Nelson saying this out loud, not in his talking head interview, that we can't follow simple instruction to his team.
I know. I don't understand why he's blowing up about simple instruction. He cannot, like, he also cannot follow simple instructions. So it's just like, shut up, Nelson. And like, yes, that's the situation you're in.
At least he's saying we and not like you or like you guys.
Yeah.
But like, what is the point? I don't know. They just look so defeated, Ruby. It's kind of sad.
Yeah. Well, like Nelson just obviously needed to yell, and people are just like, I guess you can yell at us.
Yeah. I was thinking like if Corey was still there, what he would have done. Probably the same thing. Maybe not as much yelling. I don't know. Sometimes you can be a team player.
Yeah, see, I don't know what Corey would do. I don't even know if Corey would take that deal.
Oh, that's true. Well, the deal wouldn't have happened if Corey was there, actually.
Yeah, I was like, that's so, like, he's so boring. He'd probably been like, integrity first.
Yeah, and no one likes him. So CT wouldn't have been like, hey, you want Ruby to win? Like, he's doing it with Tori for a reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just thinking about that. So after the challenge, this is my, favorite scene. Just kidding. But Tori is talking with Devin and Josh, and yeah, she's just like, obviously they were talking before this, from what we see. But she's like, if my team didn't win, I was gonna lose one of my guys, and Devin's pissed that Tori decided to play with Sapphire and go against Emerald on a guy's day, much less a guy's day.
Well, and he's just like,
makes no sense.
You're not being like playing straightforward and honest. And it's like, what is she supposed to do? Like, you all saw what was happening. It's not like she's fucking hiding it. It's not like she was hiding her deal with Sapphire. They were literally screaming at each other saying, sorry, do we still have a deal?
Yeah.
Like, calm the fuck down, Devin. You're just upset because now, like, but even like if they would have made that deal or not, like what Kyle said is true, is that like Emerald was coming for Ruby and Ruby was going for Emerald and Sapphire was going to win regardless. So it's like that deal didn't even matter. Everyone that was going to be on the chopping block was going to be on the chopping block. So
yeah. Yeah, so he's just like getting really butthurt because supposedly Tori is just bullshitting him. And yeah, Devin's like, you got played by Amanda and CT, basically. And Tori's like, no, like...
No, Amanda stole my spot, and I made a deal to try to save people on my team. And Devin's
I'm on Ruby now.
Yeah. Like, she has to get ready to run a final. Like, it's getting close to the final. We all can feel it. TJ keeps like giving those little cliffhangers before you leave a fucking thing. So it's
Yep.
like, you know, a final's coming up. She has to do what she has to do to make her team as strong as she possibly fucking can. Like, calm down.
Yeah, so he's like, you made a selfish ass move, and that's what happened, so own it. And then that's when Tori's like, she had to do what she had to do. And then Devin's like, yeah, exactly. Like, you should have said in the beginning. It's like she's going into detail.
I just like, this is just like a gaslighting manipulative.
Yeah.
That's all that I could think of. I was like, oh, he must be fucking terrible to be in a relationship with.
I know. I was like, don't date him. Don't date him. Ugh. And Tori's just crying, and then she goes to Kyle, who was sleeping.
Kyle like barely, he's just sobbing. Don't pick Devin. And Kyle's like, he's my best friend. Why would I?
And then she's so upset. Like, I know she's just upset and saying things, but it's like, if you're gonna pick him, then I'm gonna have to go out there and go home.
I think Tori's just drunk at this point and just sad she got in a fight with her friend.
Yeah. Were they drinking?
I don't know. She sounded drunk.
Yeah, she was really upset. It was just weird.
Well, because that could have been cut. That conversation could have happened, and then like that could have been cut later on.
Yeah.
But it did seem immediate, but who knows?
I know, you don't know. Yeah, and then it also annoys me that like Tori's getting ganged up by Devin, and Emmanuel's there, Nelson's there, Josh is there. No one says anything to Devin. They just let her get railed on.
Nelson tried. Nelson went up there because Tori, like, he heard Devin doing that, and I think he even talked to her after. It was like he went down there because he heard like Devin going after Tori, and he was like, I know how Devin can be with words. Which just,
that was after though.
Devin's just being manipulative. He's
Nelson's like, he says big words. I say simple instruction a lot.
Yeah, we just can't follow simple instructions.
I don't know. Just I don't like how much power Devin has in this game right now.
It went straight to his head.
Yeah, I mean, he was already kind of a tool, but he just doesn't have anything to back it up. Like Bananas does, you know, these people that do these things can back it up. Like they have a reason, and Devin doesn't. And he should not be in charge.
No, he shouldn't.
But really, it's CT in charge anyway. He's just behind the scenes.
It really kind of is, though.
It is.
And the thing is like, what is the next scene? Kyle and CT talking.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I hate, like, this made me not like CT.
Well, yeah, I know. He's just a liar.
Yeah, and the thing is like, I would be upset too if I was Kyle, because Kyle is like, what do you can't say we're not friends. Like, okay, I screwed you over today. I'm sorry. If you're gonna vote me in, I get that. But you can't say we're not friends. And because CT's like, are we? And he's like, I've known you for like 7 years, CT.
CT doesn't believe it, and Kyle's like, then just vote me in. And CT's talking head. He says he wouldn't trust Kyle and thinks he would throw him to the wolves in a second. And CT's like, I am a wolf. So
I don't know. Like, calm down. Nobody's saying you're not a wolf. No one's trying to take advantage of you. No one is saying you're not good. I don't know where this like chip on your shoulder is coming from randomly at the end of the season, but you and Kyle are obviously friends. You tried pulling a move where you wanted Kyle to essentially tell you to vote someone in. You did it in a public situation so you could start talking louder. I mean, that was all a play by CT. He started talking louder and Kyle started laughing and calling him out on his shit because he knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, it's so true. So, yeah, then Kyle's like giving possible options. And he's like, I would say Emmanuel or Josh. And then Josh is like 30%.
Which, like, that is something he said to Emmanuel and Josh, too. Like, that was his story from the beginning. So CT trying to, like, yell and make it seem like Kyle was, like, doing something that was shady is just fucking annoying. CT was just trying to play a game.
Yeah, totally.
Everyone against Kyle.
Yeah, and then CT's like, well, if I can't say your name, what name am I gonna say? And then he says Emmanuel or whoever, and CT's like, what have they ever done to me? Like,
yeah. starts yelling, and then you could see how everyone is listening in. Like CT knew where everyone was. CT played that out. Also,
100%.
on the after show, Kyle, they were asking Kyle if like him and CT were friends, and he goes, "Yeah, I've been texting him all week." And it's like, you guys are like literally actually friends. You guys text each other outside of the fucking show. CT, don't be a fucking asshole.
He gets away with anything. It's crazy.
Well, it's true what Kyle says. He's worse than me.
Yeah.
That's how he wins every year.
It's true. It's so true. Because he'll flip on you in a second if it's for his game, as would Kyle, as would anybody in this game that wants to actually win.
Yeah. Well, that's what CT has been doing since he's gotten a little bit older, is he plays like the quiet background game. And then at the end, he flips on whoever the fuck he needs to, and then makes a final, then usually wins in the final.
Totally.
It's brilliant, but like, don't be like Kyle's shady because you do the same shit. Kyle's right. Like, everyone plays a shady fucking game.
100%. So the next day, Devin and Kyle are talking, and Kyle complains about CT saying they weren't friends. Like, he's very hurt about that.
He's very hurt.
Which is fair. And then Devin's trying to make him feel better and be like, there's a small chance that someone might nominate themselves so they can pick their partner.
Yeah. He goes, a lot could change in a few hours. And then his talking head goes, well, so it's very obvious that Kyle's going in.
Fucking Devin. Everyone. Like, don't make it a... We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's almost like that's a pretty selfish thing for you to say, Devin.
Weird. So now we have nominations, and Logan says we have not made a decision yet. Lies.
Literally, your mind is completely made up.
Yeah. What? So all the guys talk, but it's just pointless. And Devin is probably the most annoying because he's like, there isn't a time in this game that I haven't done something for every single person in this room. And Amanda's like, what have you done for me and Kyle? And her talking head.
Well, it's like, I've put everyone in this room on the same level as myself. And it's like, no, you haven't, Devin. There are people in that room that have been in multiple eliminations and you haven't been in a single one. So like, shut the fuck up. And two, like, what are you even saying? Like,
how?
Like, what does that even mean? Nobody cares. Like, shut up. Ugh.
And it comes around to him being selfish because the only way he's still in this game is because the vets are together, which was best for his game.
Yeah, because he can't do eliminations. Even like he got a puzzle last elimination he was in, and it was against Darrell, which he should win that 10 times out of 10, and he lost. So it's like, shut up.
Yeah, and he only won against Wes last season because Wes gave up because he was depressed that everyone went against him.
Yeah, and Devin is his very good friend, and he knows that Devin could use the money. So I don't think that Wes,
Yeah. Kyle talks and owns up his dynamite and the miscommunication between his team, and then he tells Emmanuel that he's going to pick him, and then he's going to pick Logan's spot. And nobody believes him. He's just doing what he has to do to stay out. But if he does go in, that makes sense that he would do that.
Yeah, also like that's exactly the move he would make, which is also like CT was trying to make it seem like Kyle was trying to get like him out in that conversation, and Kyle's just been trying to join his team this entire time. So I still don't understand what the fuck CT was saying.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, so obviously they vote, and it's Kyle. No way.
What a surprise.
And didn't see that coming.
Nani's like, he's a real wild card, which kind of is a fucking wild card. You never really know what the fuck he's gonna do.
No, so like him being in an elimination is very exciting, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, he talks to Big T and Amanda, and he's like, at least
those burgers looked really good that they were eating.
Yeah, they had some good food. I want a burger.
I know. I'm just thinking about a fucking burger right now.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, he's like, at least I know now. And then Amanda's just like, do what's best for you and your game and your baby. Like, I like that.
Mm-hmm. And Amanda's little speech to him right after he gets nominated. Good friend. Yeah. Amanda's like a solid friend.
Yeah. No one else said anything. Like, they're all like, we hate you.
Yeah, I think Kyle was tearing up. It was poor. Ugh.
He has emotions.
Yeah, he has a heart. We didn't know.
Yeah, and then we get a scene of Tori and Emmanuel cuddling because, he might leave. Uh-oh.
And he's not scared.
He's not scared, and she's like, she doesn't want him to leave, but if he does go in and win against Kyle, then it's just her, Big T, and Nelson. So I thought that was funny.
Yeah. She's like, so like, I'm not really hoping for you to win, too.
Yeah, we're like fucking. We probably just did on this bed, and then this camera crew came in. But you gotta go.
And then there's like a fucking scene of Josh putting on socks, which are apparently Fessy socks, and they have Fessy's face on them. So Fessy has made socks with his face on them.
Yeah, and Josh is gonna wear them with that Fessy, the guy he sent home because he fought, but now he's gonna wear it.
He punched his face, and then he tried to punch his face, and now the face is on his foot.
Yeah, it's like Lion King, Circle of Life.
Yeah, Hakuna Matata, as they say.
That's what happens. You fight with your best friend, and then you wear their socks in a final, and then I think he said something too, like he was trying to get Fessy uncanceled from fighting. Like it made it seem like I'm wearing, like, don't forget about Fessy, guys.
Yeah. Also, no one cared that he like barely touched your nose. Like nobody canceled him.
No, yeah, nobody canceled him. Okay, so finally it's elimination, and Kyle heads down to the sand, and it looks like he's debating for a while between Josh and Emmanuel because he can't really tell what the elimination is either. But ultimately he picks Josh.
Which, good for him for fucking actually looking at what it was going to be and making the best decision, because we've seen like 5 people fuck up on that.
I know, Corey, Ed.
Yeah. They're like, oh, a balance thing? Let me get this this surfer over here. Oh, a pole wrestle? Let me get someone who's never lost in a pole wrestle.
Oh my gosh, Emmanuel would have killed this elimination.
I know, that little boy can jump and climb.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I saw that, and I was like, if he chooses Emmanuel, he's going home. And then he chose Josh, and I was like, okay.
You have to. Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm. And then Josh was so fucking annoying when he got down. He goes, oh, like, you can't trust Kyle's word. And Kyle was like, I never gave you my word. And then Josh trying to talk over him. And I was just like, yeah, fucking idiot. Stop trying to create your own narrative.
Right. How does anyone like him? It's like, oh, he made a promise, he didn't keep it. When did he make a promise to you?
Like, Josh is always fucking lying. Just shut up. He's like, I swear to God, he's trying to like create his own fucking narrative throughout the show. And it's just like, oh, yawn.
It's just a lot. I just don't understand how they like him. That's what I don't get.
Me either. He's so boring. He's not
so boring. He's a liar, and he would stab any of them in the back. Like, he's so stupid as well. Ugh. Okay, so we have the name of the elimination, and it's called Burning Bridges. Whoa! Something that Kyle does all the time. Thanks, Tori.
Do spies also burn bridges?
Apparently. They blew him up.
Well, that's what that explosion was at the end. Like, just in case you didn't know, this is for the spies.
It was so dramatic. Okay, so there's like a big structure with 2 sets of bridges, and at the end of it is a lever. And so this bridge is missing 16 planks, which is on the ground, and each time you have to jump up, like climb up the ladder, and then jump off the structure, hit a bell, pick up 1 plank at a time, and then slowly build your bridge. And you have to hit the bell each time to get a plank. So first one that does it 16 times and pulls the lever wins. And then we get Endurance is my game from Josh.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then that dumbass smile he has, and I'm just like, I hope those 30 fucking morning laps work out for you. Endurance in the game.
Yeah. So like, yeah, they start and Kyle immediately takes a lead, but then Kyle starts to miss the ball.
Also talk about how when they do that first little jump that they both look like little Tinkerbells, which is so fucking funny. I love it.
I was thinking, like, I guess you'd get used to it, obviously, but just jumping off that thing would scare me.
Yeah.
And Kyle, like, I don't know how they start missing the bell, but they both start missing the bell a lot. because it's
Yeah, because it
swinging.
starts swinging back and forth or whatever. Yeah.
That's hard.
And, you have to time your jump and shit.
Yeah, that's difficult. Um, so Josh is like, as long as I can keep hitting the bell, then I can catch up. But they both keep missing, and everyone is cheering for Josh. Devin's not cheering for anybody.
Just like fucking yawn. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
And the funny part is in the after show, Kyle was saying how everyone was yelling instructions. He was like, CT was giving like Josh
Oh
super
yeah.
helpful instructions, but I was just using them because I can also hear what he's saying.
I
So
feel like nobody does
funny.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so true. So yeah, they're basically like tied, and then Josh misses the bell again, and Kyle's like, no one's cheering for me, but I have a deep fire inside of me, and it's my baby at home. I'm gonna win. And he's like, they're not cheering for me here, but I know they're cheering for me at home. And I was literally watching it, and I was like, yes, I'm cheering for you from home.
See, I said, oh shit, is this where Kyle turns into Corey? There's so many family references going on right now.
I know. It just didn't annoy me as much because it's Kyle going against Josh.
I know, and it's like the first time we've seen emotions from Kyle.
Yeah, he's a real person. He's not a fuckboy anymore.
He's a real boy.
He's a real boy.
A real boy.
So weird. Yeah, so Josh is like, I gotta win for my family. My parents, gotta give the money to my parents.
In this moment, all I can think about is my family. And I'm just like, nobody cares, Josh. Also, didn't you win Big Brother? Did that first $1 million that you win not last you very long?
Yeah, where'd it go? Did it go to your family?
Yeah, like what?
That prize money didn't. This prize money would.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah. So it is pretty close. I am surprised that they're this close the whole time.
Yeah. Well, I do think Josh has made it a point to like work out a bunch, which credit to him, but at the same time, you just need like a little more fire. Like Kyle has like the fire. Kyle has the intangibles that Josh doesn't have.
Yeah, that's true. He's like going slow. Like if he knocked it up a notch, I don't know, he could have probably afforded to miss that last bell.
Yeah. Well, because it's like there was no sense of urgency with Josh. Like you heard the crowd yelling, like, stop walking. Like stop. I know you're trying to catch your breath, but it's like, this is it, bro.
Yeah, this is it. I don't think you want it bad enough.
When you're on lap 29, you're about to go on lap 30, just think in that moment, you're carrying a medicine ball, keep carrying it.
If you can carry a medicine ball, then why can't you carry this plank? Quickly. That's so stupid. So anyway, Kyle wins. He gets the last plank, and then he throws the lever, and then fire, and then he flicks off everyone. I love it.
Yep. Do love that.
He just crouched down and flicked him off.
And he was like talking about how it was fucking completely silent. It was like a funeral in there. And it's like, yeah, it was.
If anyone can take that, Kyle can.
Yeah, because that's kind of got to be brutal for him too, though, because it's like he's been friends with all those people for years and years, and not a single one was rooting for him, including his like so-called best friend. That's rough.
Yeah. I know. Devin's like, I'm not doing this. And even I feel like Amanda was saying a lot of stuff to Josh.
Yeah, like, and
Weird.
when Kyle picked Josh, like Amanda like had like a whole like moment or whatever. Although right before Josh won, there was a talking head with Devin where Devin goes, Kyle has a baby on the way. Josh has never made a final. I'm not sure who wants it more. And I was like, yeah, because those are the same fucking things, Devin.
I know. I forgot about that. It makes no sense. What are you talking about? And you've seen Josh perform. He sucks.
Yeah. Josh has never made a final. Like, that's the thing that's keeping him up at night. More than like paying for a fucking child. Like, my goodness.
What are you talking about? More than taking care of your offspring.
Josh just hasn't made a. Josh is one big brother. Like, shut up. Everyone needs to stop making it seem like Josh has never won anything in his life and he has this huge chip on his shoulder. He won fucking Big Brother. Stop.
Yeah, why doesn't he just do Big Brother again and like not be on the challenge?
Yeah, like go do like a celebrity version of Big Brother and leave us alone.
Yeah, and that you could actually win.
Although I do kind of love hating Josh now, so I don't mind that he's there. It is
I
fun
know if he
being
wasn't
like,
there, yeah,
who would I hate?
nobody. So we love you, Josh.
We hate you.
I really hate you, and I feel like you remind me of people from high school, and it makes me crazy. And
Yeah, I just don't like it. You're very triggering for me. Please stop saying my name. Thank
so triggering. Yeah, so he loses, and everyone's screaming, "We love you, Josh!" And Devin's like, "I can't believe me. I'm sad to see Josh go." But then they show a shot of Devin smiling, so that was confusing.
Yeah, who fucking knows?
I'm sure it was just a random shot, but like, is he sad or happy?
We're trying to create drama next season. Josh will probably cry about this later. I do love how Devin called him an uncontrollable ball of emotion. And I mean, that is Josh to a T. I mean, Devin was talking about past Josh, but that is Josh still.
Oh, totally. And then Josh balls in his talking head, obviously. And
it's so funny. It's so funny.
It's so funny. I wish TJ said something.
Like, one day I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna train harder and I'll make it to a final.
I promise, guys. I promise. Like, we know we are gonna come back. We're not stupid.
Like, it's not that serious. Shut up. It's a fucking reality TV show. This isn't life or death.
Totally. But he's gone. Thank God. We're so happy. And TJ asks Kyle which team he wants to go on. And Sapphire just like looks at each other like
Logan, get off my team now.
I know. So good. Oh, then Logan comes down and just talks mad shit. And he's like, Sapphire was a good team because we communicated. But with Kyle, they're going to lose. So I'm happy to be back on Ruby. Okay, Logan.
Also, like, Logan, shut up. No one cares.
That's so true. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. I didn't even, like, he said something of, like, this is, I think, where the fucking title came from. He said something about being in a den of wolves, wolf of caves, cave of the wolf.
Cave of the wolf, yeah. I just didn't know what he was saying.
I didn't. And then it wasn't a stinger. We will say that.
It wasn't a stinger, yeah.
And then Nelson's talking head, though, where he goes, we have Tori, Logan, myself, and Big T.
Oh my gosh, poor Big T. Always the pause with Big T. Come on.
And Big T.
Yeah, Big T's name's last, of course. And so Kyle goes up there and CT's like, did you learn your lesson? And then Kyle's like, can't vote me in when I'm on your team.
I love Kyle so much.
He's just like so refreshing with his shit talk.
Well, because he's always ready to give it back. Like, it's so perfect. And it's always so fucking funny.
He's super smart. I think, well, he's not good on a team, so I don't think Sapphire is going to be that great anymore, actually.
No.
Sapphire or Kyle and CT are going to fight.
Yeah. Well, and I hope, like I said earlier, I hope they break up the teams next episode. I don't think they will.
Yeah.
So
I know. I wonder when the final is coming. We don't know. But yeah, I think that's it from our end. So we'll be back next week for another awesome challenge, just waiting for All Stars, just waiting to recap that All Stars.
I fucking love All Stars, but yeah, so bye.
Bye everyone.